Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a quite a mild September afternoon. We have 500,000 litres of chaff in the bunker in front of us, which is 99% compacted. We are going to carry on chopping very shortly. I have just knocked the time down with my thumb on my mouse. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's better. Now, Smock. This was done before we had our little chat on the comments section the other day. So don't hate me for this one. Oops. 7 more contracts completed. Interestingly, it was we've done 4 cultivating, 3 harvesting. I can't remember if the game update. No, it didn't. No, the game didn't update, but it did load and then started to bale field 1 because we dropped the straw swath, and then came back into the game and it wouldn't let me carry on, which was weird. But we had about, I don't know, 20 something ish bales done already, so it was very strange. You know, just trying to help the farmer out and clear the straw off the field for him. There we go. We have, there we go, perfect. So money back up to a sensible level. I've repaired a few of the tractors. I bought wide tyres for the 2 Bailey trailers because I'm a noob and didn't think to change the brand. Can't remember what it was to, but then that enabled wide tyres. So we go over here. We've got the bunning on the JCB, and we've got one of the Bailey trays on the Class and the other on the Fent. We have limed the field 16, and you'll just see going down the hill the John Deere on the plough subsoiler. I have fixed the floating bales thanks to Easy Dev. It did mean that we have deleted the bales from the sheep and goat pasture, but they've got the meadow and there'll be plenty all right with that. So the plan for today is I have done a auto drive course to the other bunker with 3 unload points. I've put those points into a folder, so hopefully the tractors will cycle through that. Fingers crossed. Bought some more silage. No, we didn't buy some more silage additive. We have just topped up with silage additive, fueled up, done. Jobs are good and should be ready to go. So I'm going to get courseplay set up. I'm going to do that off camera because I haven't done courseplay on a forage harvester for a while. And I want to just have a think about the best way to do things. And I'll bring you back in. Well, things are progressing really, really well. Let's just show you where we're up to. If I can find my mouse, there we go. So we're on what, 1, 2, 3, 4, fourth, probably the 4th out of 8. I think we did headlands. Going relatively smoothly. Auto drive and course play playing really nicely together. Don't know why I'm surprised. Well, I do know, because sometimes it can be an absolute nightmare. But yeah, it's going really good. I've been working the clamp. We've done a bit of leveling. You'll see just appearing now I've sold. Woo. See, this is epic. It really is working so well. So what I'll do is get out of the way and let them crack on. So yeah, sold the old JCB, and we have just leased that one there. I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, if I just hop into this one and bring up, you will see over here we've got home bunker tip M, which is middle. We've got left, which is this side, and right, which is that side, and it cycles through those, so it's kind of making it nice and even, which, yeah, can he grumble with? So we've got a worker just again leaving the field. Bit of waiting time, but you know, can he be helped? So yeah, they're I mean, we're up to, we'll have a look in a second. Let's just get back on the clamp. We're up to nearly 1,000,000 litres, and we're 93% compacted. I have been on this for a while now. I am running, as you may have noticed, VCA, which is a GitHub version, but it allows us to stick four-wheel drive on, lock the diffs, all that good stuff to make sure we don't get too stuck. There have been times where, yeah, we've had to use a little bit of cheaty strength, but not too often, to be fair. Yeah, these do reverse in a little bit in and out, but then they sort themselves out and clear off up to the field 10. So that is the update. That is where we are. We got £32,500 for the old JCB wheel loader, and I think the one that we've leased is 10 grand. Was 10 grand to lease. So, and hopefully within a few hours we will be done. I have turned the engine off to just keep those hours down. But yeah, nothing more to say really. We're making progress, and the clamp is looking relatively neat. It is incredibly satisfying. The automation, I guess. You know, the vent whizzing off now back to the clamp, the JCB trying to reposition itself. But yeah, oh come on, really? I mean, it says, if I can read it, it says the Crone 40% fuel left, so we need to keep an eye on that. 42 minutes 51 seconds left to complete this field. Don't think that factors in auto drive and its little idiosyncrasies, let's call it that way. I mean, we're not doing too bad really. A few missed patches, but you know, I think I'm gonna do my best to oh come on, we'll just go, we'll take over, because this is gonna be painful otherwise. Right, let's go. Yeah, it's little idiosyncrasies, let's call it that way. And now it wants to push it along the field, look. Oh dear. It was probably working absolutely fine until I got involved. But hey, I fancied doing something a little bit different rather than just driving up and down a clamp all day. We will need to jump back periodically just to make sure it doesn't get completely out of hand. We need to slow down. There we go. But yeah, we're getting there. I mean, we are, I would hazard a guess and say we're not going to get everything in the clamp. So we will need to look at a plan B. And I do think the old the Govile unit could be the solution to that. So we'll see how we get on. Come on, keep going. I'm here. If the ground was wet and the forage harvester needed pushing, then yeah, I can understand the JCB's actions, but it's not, and it doesn't. But hey, can he grumble? It's speeding things up no end. So we are at 1.2 million litres of chaff in this bunker, but it's going to be 2.5 million overall, plus the 1.1 million litres of silage we've already got. I think we've probably got enough, and it's just getting messy now. So I think the plan is going to be, I've turned off the JCB, can just sit there, and the class is somewhere else. Can't remember where I parked that, out of the way. I will let the Fent go back and carry on chopping, and then once it comes back again I'll stop it and we'll sort out another method of producing even more silage. We've got 100 space for 180 bales in the storage to my left here. So I mean, we might end up. We're gonna have to get the Goval wrapper unit thing, and I'll compact this like I did with the other one. We'll cover it, and then anything that's left at the front, we'll scoop up and pour into that. And no, my luck, that will be 180 bales worth. But yeah, I mean, it's just rammed. This is now struggling to get back far enough to make the tips any, nice. This is all, half of that's out the front. So yeah, I think now is the time to sort of not necessarily cut our losses, because we're not going to lose anything, but yeah, for my sanity and for not trying to drive up the wall, we won't be putting any more chaff into this bunker. So I think we are set up right, but we'll load up and we'll see how we get on. I have set it to 150 centimetre bales. Now this is looking positive. So 13,000. Why are you... Turn on the baler? That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Right, let's get that all there. See if how much will go in. I'm waiting for a bale. Hopefully 5,500 litres. Let's get out and have a quick look. Hopefully this will work. Oh, it has. Yeah, it's already in. Haha. Epic. Lose super strength now. We should not be getting caught on any more bunkers. This. Look at this. Oh, look at that. That looks rather nice. Oh. Ah. So we are not correctly positioned, are we? At all. So turn baler off. So if we have a look in there, there is going to be 2 chaff bales that ants. Right. We'll try that again and I'll be back with you. So now he says, holding his breath with anticipation. Boom, wrapped, done, in. Lovely. Right, so we can get rid of there. We can now go back in and turn off the zone markers. We can jump into the fence. And now do we send that back? Yeah, so we'll put that back on with the forage harvester. I'm not bothered now if the forage harvester runs out of silage additive, because yeah, we're hardly low on chaff. So now there was the option to put the silage additive in here, and I haven't done that either because I thought that's kind of double bubble and a little bit cheaty. So let's get this fired up. We can close that window, and I shall attempt to tidy things up a little bit here. Maybe with some lights on now, actually, because it is starting to get a little bit late on in the day. Well, I genuinely am surprised, pleased, blooming over the moon at how this is going. We're getting through it. We are getting through it. Nice and slowly, but tidily, I think is the main thing for me. We have not, touch wood, spilled the drop yet. Drop of chaff? Don't know whether that's the correct term, but who's really bothered? Who watches for my grammar? Now, we do need to keep an eye on And I think they have just arrived. Haha, you. So let's go. Don't drive into it, thank you. You can come back round here. I don't know why you're only 80% full, but never mind. Right, let's get that spun round and backed up close-ish to where we're going to want to be. Do for now. We can then shift the old Jacob. But yeah, it's, I can't remember. I think I've seen, I can't remember if it was 22. I know I've seen Argsy do something where he got a auto stacker part next to it. But there was, I can't remember where I saw it either. It might have been a short or something, and someone was doing this exact thing, and I thought that is genius. And it so happens that it works looming well for us as well. So yeah, job is a good one. Now I actually haven't looked for a little while. Oh, loads. I was thinking, you know, maybe half of that would be left. No. No. Silly me. I guess we just keep going until we have built this shed. Yeah. I'll see you in a little while, I think. Yeah, maybe not such a little while, more as probably in blooming October. So just after 6:20 in the evening, and we've tidied up rather nicely, to be fair. And if we take a look at our storage, we've got 92 more bales to go. 86 that are wrapped and 2 that are unwrapped. What we might do is just get those 2 out and whiz them off. But yeah, this is... Can we see anything on here? No, can't even get up there. Oh my word, it's so hot. Oh yeah. 2% fermented. 1,225,190 litres of Le Chaff, which is frankly ridiculous. So let's keep that tipping, and we'll just have a quick look at how much we've got left. Not too much more now, which he says we are filling up ever so quickly. But yeah, it's rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Sound a little bit different. Different? Slightly? No. Rubbing me tongue around my teeth. It's because I've been eating some pick and mix. Like the old days when you used to go to Woolworths. A bit of a flashback. Now, it's this dusky sort of evening. I've got my lights on, which some people in the UK they seem to be struggling with at the moment. It's that time of year where it's dark that bit earlier, and people either drive around with no lights on, or they've got 2.5, as in, well, not 2.5, 1.5 probably is better description. Or it's like the light of 7 suns coming towards you, fog lights and all, and oh, it just it annoys me. It really does annoy me. There's no need. You know, I'm sure I'm going to say a percentage now, and I'll probably be wrong with this. Let's go for 75% of cars nowadays have auto headlights. Like, you know, auto lights. They come on when you start the car. The lights come on. How people screw it up, I do not know. But yes, that's my little moan for the day. Now, considering how long I've been doing this, there's not a great deal of recorded footage. Hence why I'm having a little bit of chat with you now, just spad things out slightly, and it's nice to just take a minute and drive up and down a field and talk to you all. But yeah, you can see how quickly we are filling up. Now, if we get to a point where we are, how should we put it? If our bale storage is full up, I don't know what we'll do. We might just make it, maybe. You know, we've done a significant amount, and we've still got 92 bales left. So we might be alright. We might well be alright, but we'll have to see. There is no point in just letting this go to the harvest ready state, because we'd have to lease a header and it just wouldn't be worth it. We could, I guess, reposition everything and put a few bales in that one. I was trying to keep the straw and stuff separate, but needs must. I don't fancy having to move them manually. But we'll see. We'll see how we get on, and we shall cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, I guess this is one of the cool things about FS, isn't there? There's with most things, well, in fact, with everything really, because you can use different bits of equipment. There are so many ways to do things, be it that the method for making silage like we're doing. So we've used we've baled grass, we're baling chaff, we've got a pit full, even harvesting. You know, you can use the different kit that there is, swathing and all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, the variety is superb. But yeah, and like I say, this has worked like an absolute dream. Yeah, I'm rather quite pleased with myself. So a couple of things I meant to say before. One, I was driving alongside the forage harvester when it all of a sudden stopped and folded itself up. Pops a message up. Worker is driving to refuel point. And yeah, I'd forgotten that it does that. It just utilised auto drive, drove all the way there, filled itself up. The only thing it couldn't do was then get out of that sort of tight corner that we've got with the fuel tank and the seed and whatnot buy point. But yeah, I was like, that is epic. I was properly impressed with that. Yeah, awesome integration between Courseplay and auto drive, and the fact that it turned itself on, brilliant. The other thing I've been thinking about is, and it's kind of reinforced it now, we've got even more, or we will have even more silage. Now, for the life of me, I don't think we'll have to do any more silage work for the foreseeable future. But what I'm thinking is there is an option within realistic livestock where you can increase the amount the animals feed. Now I think we've got it on 150% at the minute. I'm thinking about knocking that up, at least for the time being, whilst we don't really have that many animals. And I quite enjoy the animal work, the husbandry, if you will. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Now I might dial it up to 11, start off with, and then we can always wind it back if it is horrendously difficult to manage, basically. I mean, it's not difficult to feed animals, but yeah, that's my thinking. So that would mean that we hopefully consume a bit more. We'll have to make more mixes and factor that into all of the other things that we've got to do on the farm. I suppose the other thing we need to do is get this field lined and get this ploughed. And potentially... Ooh. Starting season, we could get... We're not going to get into... So we're into barley, grass, oats, or seed radish, or wheat. So we have options where we could actually get another crop in it in the field this year. But that is going to be for another day. I think I'm going to go and sit in the dark room after this one. But yeah. So I will do that. Sort of off camera, I will increase the percentage of food. And it's just by doing it within the feature of the mod, not going in and tweaking numbers in the XML. That is possible to do, but I just might as well use what the mod offers. And yeah, we'll have a think about getting this field turned around and ready for drilling, I guess, in October. So yeah, still plenty to be doing. So in an effort to not do everything off camera, and I know it's only a simple setting, where are we? Realistic lifestyle. So I've got animal death turned off. Did it on Climb Friesland, and with them, and it's, yeah, nobody needs that. So we're gonna go. Well, how far can you go? 500. I think that's probably a tad high, but we'll go 300% so far, for now even, not so far. And we'll see how that does us. 92% full. We'll spin round. We are very slowly getting there now. This last little bit is not going to take us too long, hopefully. So I'm confident, famous last words, that everything will fit in the bale storage. Yeah, fingers crossed now I've made that relatively bold statement. But yeah, yeah, I don't want to be... I'm becoming a little bit of a bugger for it, excuse my French, and doing loads of stuff off camera and not showing. So, yeah, little things like that. You've seen how I've done it and that I have actually done it. The other thing is contracts and stuff. I'm going to try to, if I do a load, you know, maybe if it's one, then I might not bother. But if I do a load like I have been doing, then I'm going to try to sort of maybe record a few snips, do a bit of montage. I've got licked music licenses coming out my ears at the minute because I haven't been using them, so they sort of accrue. So it'd be a shame to let those go to waste. So as I've said in the comments to one of the last videos, I should possibly montage them with some questionable music, and Take That, Westlife, Boyzone were mentioned. I haven't looked to see if those licenses are available, but yeah, it was a very valid point from Smock. The comments are there on that internet for everyone to see. So yeah, and it is right. You know, you want to see what is being done, where it's being done, how it's being done, and if I take the different machinery, then you'll get to see that as well, hopefully. So I think it's a good idea. Right. Still... No, I thought it wasn't. It was 20 past 6 before, not 22. But for some reason, the time had stopped. It does feel like a little bit like that today, to be fair. This has taken the majority of my day. And with that, is it going to spin round again and prove me wrong? It is... I was going to say, and with that, the silage season is done. But no. No. That would be too succinct. Come on. Right, let's go. And with that, silage season is... done. Ugh. Thank goodness for that. I bet you're all saying that. Oh, I couldn't stand to see him do another video on silage. I hope not. But yeah, we are doing another 24,932 litres. I am not going to go around and get the last remaining stands of corn, maize, whatever you want to call it. Even my OCD can probably just let those ones go. It's not like we're going to be short of silage. So let's get this lot tipped in, and then we'll have a final look at time-saving stock check. See how much silage we will end up with. Last few hundred litres in. Marvellous. So let's just lights off on that. Engine off. And we'll see how this is doing. It's going to make another 3 bales, I think. It's a very cool bit of kit. I do have to say that. It's boom in dunk. It's a lot. I know it's properly cheating, but well, it's not. It's using the available features within the game. That's the way I like to put it anyway. So let's just hop into here. Oh, maybe I'll make another 2 off of that. Let's see when it's dumped into the main chamber how much is left. Oh yeah, it'll get another, so we'll get the one that's just going to spit out now, plus AN other. But we are at what? 3,100,000 for the sake of 39,000 litres. Plus 1 million, so that's 4.2 million litres of silage. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And you wonder why there's not a fat lot of content. Because it takes me a day to do these things. You wouldn't even get that done in a live stream, I don't think. That is epic. Right, so what we can do now is it going to let us fold up? Turn off. Fold up? Yes. Let's just pull forward so we don't smash our trailer up. Now, I did return the wheel loader. I need to return the bunning trailer. In fact, we will do that now. So, return that. Yes. Super. And we can now detach that, go back into there, switch mode. Back to you. Thank you very much for your service. You have been 1.7 hours. Return. Done. Fantastic. So, yeah, I think we're set for silage for a while. Need to keep an eye on the canola, because that is going to be a decent price soon. About, what, 80 quid to go. We'll have to get the old truck out again. But I am going to put this away somewhere, I don't know where, and that is it for this episode. I've actually enjoyed that, and it's gone a lot smoother, apart from the jet wash seems to have been knocked over, so I shall resolve that momentarily. But thank you all very, very, very much for watching. Big shout out and thank you to the YouTube channel members and the patrons. You're all fantastic. And I shall catch you all in the next one. Take care.